Once upon a time, many years ago, in a small Greek town, there was a king and a beautiful queen. They lived in a great palace, and they had everything they wished. However, the queen was always sad. Nothing could give her happiness, apart from children, but unfortunately, she couldn't have her own kids. One day, the queen woke up very early. She slunk out of her bedroom and sat on the palace's big balcony. She wanted to see sun rising and starting his long trip to give life on earth. Suddenly, she saw a shadow in the garden. Oh, it was a deer! The queen had an idea. She ran down the stairs and approached the deer. So calm was the deer that it didn't move at all. "My lovely deer, wait, I need to tell you something." "I am listening, your majesty," the deer said. "Can you take me to the top of that mountain before the sun rises?" The deer kneeled, the queen sat on his back, and they started to run faster than the wind. In a moment, they were on the top of the mountain. It was still night when they arrived. Some stars were shining on the sky. Soon the sun started rising, and when he opened his eyes, everything got so shiny. The queen kneeled in front of Sun and told him, "My shiny son, please give me a child and I will do whatever you want." "I will give you a little girl," Sun said. "But when she gets 12, I will take her with me forever." Soon the queen got pregnant, and after 9 months she gave birth to a beautiful little girl. The princess was shiny like the sun. Queen raised up her daughter with lots of love, but alone because King died very early. The queen was very happy, but she never forgot that Sun would get her daughter when she got 12 years old. And that time had arrived. One day the little princess was sent to the well to take water. Suddenly she heard a voice coming from the sky. "You belong to me," the sun shouted. He stretched his rays, grasped the little princess, and got her in his palace forever. The poor little princess cried in despair, but Sun would never let her go. Her mother was also so sad that she cursed Sun, and all his palace's flowers got withered. Soon the queen was very sick because of her sadness. She was about to die. One night that there was no moon in the sky, Sun invited Moon to his house for dinner. Moon had been listening to people's complaints every night for thousands of years, and that had made him very sensitive. So when Moon saw the little princess, he felt his heart breaking. "Don't you feel pity on the poor girl? Please let her go back to her mother. She's not happy here." So Sun was convinced. He called all the animals to his palace, and he decided it was safer to send the little princess back with the deer. When the little princess arrived at her mother's palace, the queen, although she was very sick, she felt that her little girl had came back. She ran to the door and hugged her daughter. They lived happily ever after, and the deer could eat every day from the palace's garden.